Alright, I'm going to be going over two issues that I've seen in the next-gen version of NBA 2K24. These two issues have existed ever since the next-gen version of 2K came out. I believe that was 2K21, and year after year it has not been fixed, so I'm making a video to highlight those issues. So I'll start by showing how these features that I'm about to go over were working fine in last gen's version of the game, and then I'll switch over and show how those same features are now missing and have been missing since 2K21 on the next gen version of the game, and has caused a lot of issues. I'm going to be going over how in the PS4 version of NBA 2K24 you are able to trade draft picks or newly drafted players on draft night, which is something that happens, in real life all the time. And it's fairly easy. However, it's non-existent in the PS5 version outside of using the trade finder. So we have the Timberwolves picking first. They're picking Mark Frazier. The Hornets are picking next. It should be as simple as going to the trade menu, going to the Timberwolves page, looking at their newly drafted player, and then proposing an offer for him. So we're in the menu. We see Mark Frazier right there, and we should be able to propose a trade, even though he was just drafted with the first pick. So for the sake of this example, we're going to do a trade package that we can be sure will most likely work, just to show you that it's possible. Let's add Brandon Miller. Let's do him. All right. Do all user teams accept? Okay, there you go. So we know it's possible. Alright, so now we're going to go over to the next gen version of the game. I'm using PS5. MyNBA eras, modern. I'm going to fast forward all the way down to the actual draft starting to show you the difference. Okay, so with the first pick, the Utah Jazz are going to be picking. Let's go with Dan Page. So the Pacers, who are number 2, should be able in the trade menu to send a proposal to the Jazz for their first drafted pick. And as we go to their menu, you will see that drafted player is not available to even select in the trade menu to propose a trade for him. And that goes for the rest of the draft. During the draft night, they're not available. So we have to use the trade finder, and you just have to hope, which in this case, yeah, he pops up. You have to hope that who you want to trade for on draft night pops up, because they aren't available for selection in the trade menu. And this is a small but big issue that wasn't an issue in the previous gen, as I showed you in the PS4 version. But this needs to be fixed, as well as being able to pick swap rights as well in the trade menu, which doesn't exist in this game. Alright, now I'm going to go and show the bug that exists in the next gen version when it comes to being able to trade pick swaps, and how similar to the draft day trades, it's only available in the trade finder and not the trade menu. So here's the PS4 version, last gen. I'm going to go to propose a trade, picks. We own the Cavaliers pick as the Jazz. We can decide to swap best or swap worst and propose to any other team that has a pick that year, and then create our trade package to either be accepted or declined. So we're going to switch to PS5 now, go into MyNBA eras, and show you the difference. Very similar to the draft day trades, you have to just hope that the trade finder gets you what you're looking for, rather than it being available in the regular trade menu. So let's use a team that has a lot of picks. Let's go to the Thunder, for example. If you go to the Thunder and go to their proposed trade, the trade menu, look at all the picks that we have. We have the 2024 Houston pick. There was no option to do a swap anything. Let's see. Let's go down to 2026. You can protect it, top 3, top 5, top 10 lottery protected, but there is no option to swap best or swap worst. So now we have to go to the trade finder. And in the trade finder, we do have that option. The only difference is you have to just hope that the trade finder selects the team that you want to actually do this with. And many times it doesn't. So as we can see here, the Cavs are willing to give their swap best. Many times when you go to the trade finder, you'll see many teams that actually want to give you their swap worst, even though that's the opposite of what you're looking for. So yeah, it's just another one of those things where you're just relegated to whatever the trade finder spits out, and you can't actually select the team that you're actually looking to do the deal with. The last issue is many times even your swap worst is showing more trade stars than another team's swap best, which shouldn't be the case. The swap best should always be worth more, and that needs to be fixed.